Hey, what's up, everybody? This is DDS, and I've been receiving a lot of questions and comments about the Maschine Jam's smart strips. So I decided that I'm going to throw together a quick little video just to show how I've used the smart strips so far. Keep in mind, I had it for maybe 3 days, and so far I've really only used the levels, the notes. Someone told me that you could add some type of custom chords through the smart strips. I haven't learned that yet, but and also I play with effects using the smart strips. So in this video, I'm probably just going to demonstrate ways to add notes, the levels, and or you can call that mixing. Some people ask me, do I know how you can mix with it? So I'll do a little demonstration of that. And I forgot what the last thing I was going to say was. The notes, the levels, and then play around with some effects. I already have a beat that I made, uploaded, well, not uploaded, but opening Maschine. So I'm just gonna play with it in different ways. So yeah, you guys tell me what you think. Hopefully this is helpful to anyone that wants to know if you can mix with the Maschine Jam or how certain things work. I'm gonna tell you the way I know. Yeah, so if I find out anything else, I'll be sure to throw another video. So just tell me what you think in the comments, and I hope you enjoy. The first thing I'm going to do is just show you guys how to play notes with the smart strips. So yeah, let me get started with that. Select this group, then I go to over here to the FX select. I just go and hit, well, that's not what it's called, but under the FX select, hit notes. And as you see, I have my notes going across there. But let's see what I have on here. And with this, it goes up, and you can even just tap it in certain spots, or you can. And it holds the note for however long you want it. The sound that I'm using is a piano and a pad that I made in Contact, so that's why it sounds like that. But you know, just play around with it. And of course, I use my Maschine to lock it into a certain scale. The scale is B minor. Locked it into that. You could do that here, but when you do it here, it's better to have your Maschine Studio next to you. So like, let me pull it up real quick. Well, see, you don't even know how I'm doing it on the computer screen. You know what? Hang on 1 second, and I'm gonna get up my computer screen. All right, so sorry about that. I wanted to get my screen capture going so that way you guys could see what I was referring to on the actual computer screen. So this is touch sensitive, this knob. When you touch it, there's something that shows up on the screen, a little menu that shows you your root notes, what mode it's in, your minor scale. That's what I'm in, B minor, but let me click on it. I can change this to chords. Haven't played with that yet, so I'm not really going to get too into it because I'm not sure about that. But I'm assuming this user thing here is the custom chord feature. I'm going to look into that this evening. So let me go back to guitar mode. Click that. Go over here to a different scale. You can go to whichever scale you want. Of course, I said I was in B minor. Then you have your different scales. All these different scales that you can go through. And then right here, you have different chord modes you can go into. Well, this is harmonics, I guess. But yes, you can go into different modes. I don't know why it doesn't have chord mode on this part right here. Maybe if I go to chords, maybe that'll make a difference. Not sure. I know how to do it with Maschine, but I will look into that later. So yeah, I'm locked into the B minor scale, so that's why it probably sounds like that. Let me take it out of B minor though and put it in the and just see what it's. Yeah, it sounds a little off, so I would go back and throw it into minor and just. And yeah, you don't even need to necessarily like, it's just, you don't have to slide. You can tap, or you just hold it. And that's something I like about it, because to me that's something that adds more creativity to it. You could just. So yeah, this playing notes on the strips, to me, it'll help your creativity. So it's definitely worth that. Now let me go into the next thing, which would be levels/mixing. So what do I do when it's time for that? Just hit this levels button right here. And let me go into a group. Let me see. Group do I want to mix? Okay. Let's solo this. I'm gonna use this to go back to the hook, just so that way I have a point of reference for all my drums. So I'm trying to get them back up. Control. My pad mode. For some reason now it's not in. Not showing me all my drums. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it was just focused on the hi-hats, but when I hit levels, I went back and hit my kick, and now everything's here. So let's say if I wanted to take out the kick, or maybe I want the kick in there, but I want the hi-hat out. Or maybe it's just a little too loud. See something real quick. So I think this is the pan, but I'm not sure. Wait, no, it's not the pan. So I had to figure out how to pan using this. I haven't used that yet, but let me see if this does it. Nah, that's not gonna do it. That's just for my different patterns. So this works outside of just this group. So let me just get that back like that. Let me unsolo this. Alright, so what I'm trying to do here is I got it at one point to where my groups were spread out like how they are right here on the strips below it, but for some reason it's not like that right now, and I'm trying to figure out how to get back to it. So I'm going to figure this out, and then I'll probably jump further in the video to when I find it, and I'll just explain what I did from there, so that way I'm not just dragging out the whole length of this video trying to figure out this one thing. But I had it and I just can't figure it out. Figured out how to get the levels for the groups assigned to the strips below it, but the question is how I did it. The real answer to that is I don't know. I sat here and pushed some buttons, but let me try it again so that way I can get it for you guys. Well, while I have it up, I'll show you. This one is my piano and pad. This is my drums. This is my bass. Some extra set of keys, lead, and then a little vocal I have on there. Then this is just my transition. So I will just do a quick demonstration of how to turn them up and down with the smart strips real quick. So that's pretty easy once you get your groups. And if it depends on how you divide your groups. I divide my groups by instruments except for my drums. My drums are usually in a group by itself, but like I said, this is a piano and a pad that I made together. This is my bass. This is some extra keys. This is the lead. This is the vocals. So I mean, it's really easy for me to just go ahead and get it spread out across groups and do it from there. But now, how did I get it back to the groups? Let me see real quick. Levels. I hit levels, and then I believe I went like that, but that's not showing it. So let me see. Okay, so now I got it separated by holding level, and I wanted to do my kick, so that separated that. So I probably hit that, and then now I have my whole group, which it does has my whole group going across. So how do I get it back to multiple groups? Let me see. That didn't do it. That didn't do it. Okay, so I figured it out. How to get your groups separated down to the strips. You hit levels and hit the multiple groups, because you hit level and let's say I want to do my snare. Okay, so now it'll focus on my snare. Oh, that's the wrong group. But anyway, it'll focus on that one group. So from there, I want all my groups, hit that, and then multiple groups, and they're all spread out. Took me a minute to find that, but I found it. And this is one of my favorite beats as of here recently. I am going to put some effects on this beat just for the sake of me playing around with it using the smart strips. So let me go ahead and browse and find the strips that I want to, not the strips, the effects that I want to use to edit with the strips. And as I'm playing with the strips, it's controlling it over there. But I will show you on the screen what my computer is doing as I'm playing around with these. Care for that effect much, so let me find something that's more what I would actually use. Let me see what's in here. All types. See what's in here that I could play with. Alright, so that probably took a while to load because I had to reinstall this plugin. It was on my older computer and I forgot to install it on here, so maybe that's why it took so long. Hopefully that's why. Hopefully I don't have to deal with that no more. But alright, let's see what this sounds like. Try a different one. So when you get to this point, you can move the excuse me. So when you get to this point, you can control each part of the plugin that you're using with the strips. Like this first strip controls the type of filter I want to add. So a low pass filter would be this. That's both. That's a high. So that controls that. And that's popular today with what people like to do with their beats. And they'll bring it up like that. And you can play around with it some more. So yeah, that's pretty much it that I've done so far. I think next I'm going to practice automation. Like I said, I'm going to look into the custom chords that you can make using the smart strips or the Jam. I haven't did anything about it. I haven't seen any videos or heard anything about it, but I'm definitely going to look into it. And yeah, I hope you guys got some useful information out of me doing this. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I appreciate all you guys for watching and supporting. And yeah, just let me know what you think. Hopefully this was useful, because I know I've been getting a lot of questions about the smart strips more than anything. So hopefully this touched on the few topics that you guys wanted to discuss, that you had questions about. So yeah, thanks for watching and have a great day.